This video is brought to you by HASA, providing products that deliver clean, healthy water for every aspect of everyday life. The bottom feeder, battery-powered vacuum system, because it sucks to clean pools, so cleaning pools sucks less. And by Skimmer. Skimmer software is trusted by over 30,000 pool service pros across North America. This is a step-by-step video on how to clean up a pool after a windstorm. This pool got hit pretty good. I would consider this medium, high, or above average after a windstorm. And here are some pools that I had the distinct privilege of cleaning. These definitely had more surface debris, so I spent the whole 25 minutes cleaning the surface to get the skimmer working. So each wind event and every pool is a little bit different as far as the debris load. I'm going to go through the steps here. Make a note that if you do pool service, you want to spend about 25 minutes per pool. The issue with using a manual vacuum head with the hose connected to the filtration system is that there is just too much leaf debris. The opening on the manual vacuum head is just too small. If you run over a pile of leaves, it's going to get clogged up. So a vacuum system definitely is essential during a windstorm. You can of course use your leaf rake to skim the debris off the bottom, but this takes time. And when you have a full route of pools that have been hit by the wind, time is of the essence, and you want to get through as many pools as possible. Again, that's why manual vacuum or using a leaf rake is not ideal during these windstorms if you have a pool service route. And my total time cleaning this pool was 14 minutes, 7 minutes skimming the pool, 5 minutes vacuuming it, and 2 minutes brushing it. And if you don't have a vacuum system, I highly recommend the bottom feeder. It's a great portable battery operated vacuum system. The first step is to use some Dawn soap in a spray bottle. And I just walk around the perimeter and I spray it on the surface of the pool. This kind of pulls things to the side and clumps up the dirt. Now your leaf rake's not going to get the dirt out unless you're using a sand silt leaf rake, but it's a good idea to do this so you can see the bottom as well when you're vacuuming. And I like how it kind of pulls the debris together, so it makes it easier to skim the surface. So you want to skim the surface of the pool and walk around a few times. I like this pattern that I'm using here, where I stay close to the edge and I just go around, and then eventually I'll, of course, extend out to the center, but I'll work around the edge the first couple times around. This one will take about 3 or 4 times around to get all the leaf debris off. And you want to just make sure you keep a consistent pattern. Don't worry about knocking leaf debris to the bottom, you're going to vacuum that out later. So spend some time getting the surface debris off the pool. You don't have to get all of it off the pool, but getting most of it off is really important because what you leave on top will eventually fall down to the bottom of the pool and it's going to make the pool dirty again. Now this pool has a suction cleaner, so one thing about a vacuum system that you should know is that it's not going to get the fine dirt. I'm using a 57 micron bag here because I want to get some of the ash out of the bottom. There's fires to the west of me and there's a lot of ash on the bottom, so I want to make it a little easier on the filter. By removing some of the ash, I'm using a 57 micron bag here to get both the leaf debris and some of the ash that's on the bottom of the pool. Of course, if there's more debris and it's not quite as fine, you can use a higher micron bag. The bottom feeder does have a 100 micron bag, and you would want to use that, of course, if you have more debris and less ash and smaller debris. But I like the 57 micron bag because it does get the smaller particles, and you can push it to the water almost as fast as if you were using the 100 micron bag. I'm going a little slower because I'm using a smaller micron bag. One thing to note, the higher the micron, the faster you can move in the pool while you're cleaning it. So if you wanted to get a higher micron bag, you can go faster. But the bottom feeder goes fast enough, in my opinion, even with the smaller micron bag. And you can see it picking up the leaf debris here with really no problem. It has plenty of thrust and pull to get this pool clean. The dirt will settle back down on the bottom, the finer dirt, because the vacuum systems again can't get fine dirt off the bottom of the pool or out of the pool itself. And that is why a suction cleaner is great, because that will get the rest of it and polish up the pool for me when I'm done. But you can see that the bottom feeder is doing a great job again, getting all of the leaf debris and some of the ash off the bottom of the pool here. But here is the debris I got out of the pool. You can see that, it did a great job with the leaf debris, and all of the fine ash here you can see in the bag itself. Moving over to the spa here, the bottom feeder is great, and this is where it excels. You can just drop it in the spa, and it vacuums the spa. Within 30 seconds you can get the spa really clean. Now this spa is going to need to be polished, of course, because the fine dirt is going to be in there, and I'll take care of that later. But the bottom feeder is great because there's no cord and you can move it around the pool very rapidly. Although the Polaris Max and Atlas are great cleaners, they're my first choice for you for a suction side cleaner. They're really no match for large leaf debris, especially when it runs over a pile of leaves, so it definitely will get clogged up after a windstorm. Then I like to skim the surface one more time just to make sure I get all the leaf debris off. Now that the bottom is clean, you can see clearly any leaf debris that's left on the surface, and you can easily get that out with your leaf rake. And then the final step is I like to brush the pool so that it looks consistent at least. So if the customer comes out right after I finish, it'll look pretty consistent. Even though there's a lot of fine dirt still in the pool, at least it has that consistent look all around. So brush the pool to get all the dirt off the sides. The Polaris Atlas is great. It's going to clean the sides of the pool itself. It'll go up to the water line. So I'm not too worried about it, but I like leaving the pool looking consistent so that it looks like it's fairly clean. If you leave it with the streaks in there, it doesn't quite look as clean. So brushing is good. And plus, brushing the pool will get some of the dirt off of the step area as well. So there you have the step-by-step cleanup of a pool that's been hit by a heavy windstorm. And again, if you have a lot more surface debris, of course you're going to be spending all your time on the surface of the pool. And you may not get around to the bottom. It may be a 2 or 3 week process to get the pool back in shape. But this pool was a medium to high debris pool, and I was able to get the surface and the bottom cleaned pretty well in about 25 minutes. So I was within my time frame, and you can see the automatic cleaner is polishing up the pool. It's going to get all the fine dirt out. So by the end of the day, this pool is going to look great. Again, the bottom feeder is an essential tool for cleaning out pools rapidly, especially after a windstorm. And I highly recommend having the bottom feeder, especially if you're in a wind-prone area. Make sure to support the sponsors of this YouTube video, Skimmer, the bottom feeder, and HASA. They make this content possible.